Hey y'all, so while I'm over here making my lemonade, I wanted to do a little story time because something happened recently that really got me thinking about parenting and how quick people can be to judge. So I was hanging out with some mommy friends, just having a regular conversation, and somehow the topic came up about kids having TVs in their bedrooms. When I mentioned that my son does not have a TV in his room, some of the moms looked at me like I had just said the craziest thing ever. One person even made it sound like I was punishing him, and I was honestly surprised by the reaction. For me, it's not punishment at all. It's just how we choose to run our household. My son can watch TV in the living room. He doesn't need a separate television in his bedroom. In our house, his room is for playing, learning, using his imagination, reading books, and winding down. We try to keep that space focused on things that help him grow and develop. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not completely disconnected from technology. He does use his iPad, but we have limits. He gets about 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, and 20 minutes in the evening. Most of that time is spent on educational apps like ABC Mouse and other learning activities. Sometimes we let him play a game or two, but learning comes first. Another thing we do is we don't let him take the iPad everywhere. If we're going to the grocery store, running errands, or just out and about, he doesn't automatically get a screen put in front of him. I want him to look around, observe the world, ask questions, and learn from what's happening around him. There is so much to see and experience in everyday life. Now, if we're taking a long road trip or traveling somewhere that's more than an hour away, that's different. We'll bring activities, the iPad, or something to help him keep occupied because he's only 2 years old. But for everyday life, I want him to be present and engaged with the world around him. Even when it comes to television, we're mindful about what he's watching. He watches a few movies throughout the week, and we try to balance that with educational shows too. It's all about moderation for us. What really stood out to me from that conversation was how differently we all parent. What works for one family may not work for another family, and that's okay. Just because I don't do things the same way as someone else doesn't mean either one of us is wrong. Every parent is trying to make the best decisions they can for their child. At the end of the day, that is what works in my home, and I'm comfortable with it. My son is happy, healthy, learning, and thriving, and that's what matters most to me. And honestly, I thank God every day for guiding me as a parent. None of us all have the answers, but I truly believe God gives us wisdom for our children in our households. I'm grateful for the family He's blessed me with, for the lessons He teaches me, and for the ability to raise my son according to the values that are important to us. So that's my little story time. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.